Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing one of my favorite games, Complete the Quote, Leadership Edition. I'll give you the first half of a famous quote from top leaders, thinkers, and authors. And your mission is simple. Guess the missing words before the answer pops up. It's quick and fun. Ready to see how many you can get right? Let's jump in. Your first quote is by John Maxwell. He says, "Leadership is influence." The answer is leadership is influence and nothing more. John Maxwell is a global leadership expert known for teaching millions how influence really works. Next quote is from Sinek. People don't buy what you do, they buy. The answer is, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Sinek is the author who made Start With Why a global movement in purpose-driven leadership. Next is another interesting quote from Brené Brown. Vulnerability is not weakness, it's... Right there? Next is another interesting quote from Brené Brown. Vulnerability is not weakness, it's... From that perspective, I can't let that be counted as a weakness. But no one will told me that in the comments. 1 week away. How could all of this ever have worked in relationships? Again, I know you really mean it, but what about these new, longer quotes from Brené Brown? Have we done something different than just that? It's a pretty good question. And Brené Brown is a great storyteller. Brown, who has been a private person for about 15 years. How do women perceive sexual violence? Isn't it pretty complicated? Male or what? Don't you think there's not a sexual predator? This is one of the most interesting questions there is. What do you think is actually the problem with violence? All I know is that everything that is happening is somehow more complicated than I imagined. Here's my breakdown of the what, and then we will blow our honesty file. Hey, that's fine. Are you worried about the disinformation? Stop. Anything else I can send you pictures? No, I can't answer that map text you that. All right, there's really no need for that. But if you want to see what's The full quote is, vulnerability is not weakness, it's courage. Brené Brown is a researcher who reshaped the world's understanding of courage, vulnerability, and authenticity. Let's move on to the next quote from Sharma. He says, change is hard at first, messy in the middle, and... The quote is complete with magical at the end. Sharma is a leadership mentor famous for the 5 a.m. club and inspiring everyday heroism. The next quote is from famous Covey. He says, "The main thing is to keep the main thing." The answer is yes. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. Covey is the legendary author of The 7 Habits who transformed how we think about effectiveness. Do you know this quote from Tony Robbins? Tony Robbins says, "Where focus goes, Where focus goes, energy flows. Tony Robbins is a world-renowned strategist who helps people unlock their potential and take massive action. This quote is interesting. I'm sure you know this one from Napoleon Hill. What the mind can conceive and believe. The quote completes with, what the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Napoleon Hill is a pioneer of success psychology whose teachings shaped modern personal development. Jim Rohn says, you're the average of the most. You are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. Jim Rohn is the mentor of mentors, known for timeless wisdom on discipline, success, and mindset. You can miss this one from Zig Ziglar. He says you don't have to be great to start, but start. But you don't have to be great to start, but you have to be great to begin by working. Okay, that's a bit of a catchphrase. But when you say miss that word, don't ask. It's fine. Whatever. I mean, you're always going to be here. You have to be great to start, but you have to be great to begin by working. That's kind of how life goes. I'm not sure we all win the working thing. But starting a company doesn't take long. So let's do it. Let's take a break. So, yeah, we had a better day than we expected to, and all right, then let's do it again. We're back in Portland, so maybe we'll get some partly copies of this, so, maybe not. For now, we just wanted to tell you how precious we are. When you all laughed out loud for a second, you can punch your pet baby in the eyeball. Oh, yeah, I actually didn't think I was going to do that. The podcast has increased like crazy, but I'm firmly convinced you're not even going to believe it. If you believe it, you're having a blast. I don't prefer to be here now, so that's something. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Zig Ziglar is an inspirational speaker famed for motivating millions to pursue growth with positivity. It's interesting, isn't it? Are you loving this? Let's move to the next quote. Maya Angelou said, "People will forget what you did, but will never forget." People will forget what you did, but will never forget how you made them feel. It is so true, isn't it? Maya Angelou is a celebrated poet whose words continue to inspire emotional intelligence and humanity. This one is from Peter Drucker. He says the best way to predict the future is to... The best way to predict the future is to create it. Peter Drucker is the father of modern management. His ideas shaped leadership in organizations worldwide. You will surely know this one from Warren Buffett. He says the most important investment you can make is... He says the most important investment you can make is yourself. Yes, there is no better investment than growing your own skill set. Warren Buffett is one of the world's greatest investors, known for simple but powerful principles of success. Nelson Mandela said, "It always seems impossible." It always seems impossible until it's done. Nelson Mandela was a global icon of courage, resilience, and transformational leadership. Albert Einstein said, "In the middle of the difficulty lies..." In the middle of the difficulty lies opportunity. Albert Einstein was a genius thinker who taught the world the power of curiosity and imagination. This one is from our own Reena Gore. She says resetting your life doesn't require perfection. It only requires that. Resetting your life doesn't require perfection. It only requires courage to begin. Reena Gore is a leadership and personal growth coach, empowering people to reset, realign, and rise. And that's a wrap. Thanks for playing along. How many did you get right? Drop your score in the comments. I love seeing how sharp this community is. If you had fun with this quiz, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next round. I'm planning more leadership, mindset, and personal growth quizzes, so stay tuned. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Keep learning, keep thriving, and I'll see you in the next video.